Oh, some great, glorious day it is. This is the day the Lord has made, and indeed we shall rejoice and be glad in it. Look, there's nothing we cannot do. Ichizungichi, my formal and informal English. There's nothing we cannot do without the power and grace of God. For in Him we live, move, and have our being. Welcome to yet another exciting episode of the Umubanga podcast, where we aim to inform, transform, as well as inspire. Today, ladies and gentlemen, our guest is a minister, musician, dynamic woman, and a role model in the praise and worship ministry space in Zambia and now the world. Her music is no stranger to the ears of many in different seasons, and you've seen her feature with her lovely husband on the popular radio show How We Met, and you've as well seen her. You know, to say when you go for a concert or her ministration, there's nothing like, oh, Nizankalako Chepangono, I'll just sit this one out. You'll be up on your feet. And she has ministered at several revolutionary concerts and national events, as well as international events. She's undeniably a powerhouse in the local world of music ministers, and it's safe to say her impact can be likened to a weapon of warfare which brings down evil and brings up good. Ladies and gentlemen, put your virtual hands together as we welcome Christine.
Introduction. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So just place the mic closer to you. How does it feel having this read to you and you listening it?
Feels like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
You're happening, eh?
So who is Christine?
I don't like that question. Who is Christine? I think you've said, I think I would define Christine as a humble woman sometimes. Humble, smiling.
Ever smiling?
Ever. Yeah. But there are times I'm crying. So I love
crying
to cry.
but smiling.
You know, those my babies that cry and smile at the same time.
Yeah.
That was me. I love God. I love singing. Singing is my passion. Married. Will be 12 years this year.
Awesome.
Okay. That don't say. Yeah. What else? Christine is loving woman with a very big heart. I easily forgive. What else? This question is just too broad.
Too loaded.
Yeah.
Okay.
So something like that.
Awesome. So look, growing up, we know you as the Christine, the music minister. But how was your upbringing? How was your come up? Who are your parents? Yeah.
Okay. So I'm the firstborn daughter of the late Bishop George Gibson Nkole, who was a lover of music. My mom is Cecilia. She's a pastor as well. So I grew up in an environment of music.
Okay.
So their love story is that they met. Dad was playing a guitar. Mom was singing in UCZ, and they fell in love. Got married, and they had Christine. So they've been singing. They have Christine, who is born in this love environment of music.
Yeah.
Here am I.
So was that in the household? Were you exposed? I guess you were exposed
Yes.
to so much
Very
music.
full, you know, you have instruments.
Yeah.
Your bed is here. There's a keyboard. There's some speakers and stuff.
Yeah.
So I grew up in that environment where there are rehearsals almost every week. Events going on. You go and watch your mommy and daddy sing and do their stuff. That is my environment.
Okay. So at what point did you notice to say, hey, I think I have it in me?
I was stubborn.
Yeah.
I was stubborn on that one. There wasn't a point where I noticed. From the time I was a baby, mom used to say I used to cry for the microphone. So Sunday school, I was singing. I remember myself singing from as way back. You know, when you're a kid, you can't remember certain things, but I remember singing in Sunday school, high school, basic school, primary school. I was singing. So music has been just that thing. Because of the family environment, I would say.
Okay. So look, when did we get introduced to Christine? Was it what 2008? When that was 2008 when
I think so.
Uampela Meno album
I
came
think
out.
so. 2008. Yes, it was.
Okay. So look, over time your brand is closely associated with King's Malembe because of your come up. So walk us through your journey, because look, we just saw this bubbling lady in this song.
Yeah. So I'll begin from here. When I was a little girl, I would dream I'm singing before a lot of people. And a lot of men of God came and spoke in my life saying, you are going to be a great singer. You're going to be a great singer. I didn't know how that journey was going to unfold. I didn't know what I'm going to face. So all I knew is that I was going to be this big woman somewhere. So when I was growing up, I told myself, in fact, I was even telling my parents, I don't have time. Whilst I'm still a young girl, because when I grow up, there'll be too much competition. These big people with beautiful voices, I might not have a chance.
Yeah.
They'll feel pity for me because I'll be a young girl and singing and stuff. Then God said, no, it's not yet your time. I remember in school standing up and saying, guys, and I think then I was a bit timid. I don't know what was, high school stuff. But where I got the courage, I don't know. I stood up and said, guys, watch out for my album very soon. So now per school, man, when is the album coming out? When is the album coming out?
When's a celebrity per school?
But it's that thing where you feel it. Like, I just need to do this. So 2007, I graduated from high school, and I had not yet done my album. So Potfa calls me. Potfa Mpundu, he says, okay, I need you to feature in this album. By then I was singing with Mom in their band. So I was backing her and seemingly becoming a lead singer. Yeah. So Potfa spotted me at one of the concerts and said, I want that girl to sing in my song. So I went to the studio, sang, and he was also featuring Kings at that time. So now, when Kings decided to do his album, he said, I wanted to sing in my song, in my album. So that's how I featured Kings. And lo and behold, the gentleman blew, and he was famous. And I was like, I'm also becoming famous. Hey, your sister, your brother. Oh, I wanted to know.
Oh, of course. There still is a close resemblance. Like
I don't see it. But people say we smile the same. I don't see it.
Yeah.
So that's how I came to know Kings. But because I had this burning thing of doing my own album, I said, let me start doing my own album. That's how I started doing my first project.
Okay.
Yeah. Fiance. Yeah, where I did Tanshaneka and stuff. Yeah. So I started pursuing my album in the background, but King's name was going up and me, I was following behind like that. Then I reached a time that, because Mom had a band, no, Mom was a lead singer. Dad and Mom had a band, and I was singing in there. And most of their events, I was supposed to be there. So I wasn't with Kings all the time.
Yes.
So now that also brought
tension.
He's like, no, you always wanted. Daddy was like, no, you can't leave us and go to. So my loyalty was with family. So I continued to do that. Then I said, okay, let me also pursue my own thing. Yeah, so that's how I did what was on my heart. And that's how Christine became Christine. Pushing in a lot of people said, you are not going to succeed. You are okay with Kings. We like you with Kings. Yeah. You will not succeed alone. But I said, I felt this. I dreamt this. And I need to pursue it. Come with me. So here is Christine now. Yeah.
So, anyways, look, we had the whole Malembe family. Look, if
I miss those days.
If we look at it, there's Papa Bruno, there's Prince, there's Philemon, there's Collins, there's who else?
Doreen. Carol. Doreen. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was a whole. Look, it was a family.
Yes.
However, I think at that time as well, Papa Bruno as well had started working on his.
Yes.
Philemon as well was working on his.
Yes. A bit later.
So, of course, it did show that from the onset, there will be like, these people still out.
I think that's the issue with having multi-talented people in your group. you need to expect that they would want to pursue their own dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was inevitable.
Mm-hmm.
It was really going to happen.
So, what was now? Look, I think the first song I got introduced to, I think I still have it on one of my hard drives.
Which one?
Jerusalem. Jerusalem.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. I think one of my favorites.
Yes. So dad wrote that song.
Okay.
Yeah. He would sing it in church. I said, okay, this Jerusalem. Oh, okay. I started falling in love with it. Then I said, okay, Daddy, can I sing it in my album? He said, oh, yeah. Because I could sing it better than him. You know, like, this young blood, you know, and very zealous.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it came on my album. That's that song. Yeah. And surprisingly, people love it.
Yeah, like it's the same thing. Like, look, I think the ministrations I've seen you like do, and you haven't sung this song in like, or even Tanshaneka, like you haven't.
Tanshaneka, a bit. But Jerusalem.
Yeah.
Funerals, yeah.
You know, the other day I was thinking to say there are certain songs which we've just reduced to just singing Pamalilo.
I know, right?
Like
Nakajati Kamupala. But it's a good song. But
so yeah, so look, you decide to venture on your own as Christine, to stand out as Christine. How was the journey? Because look, you are in the shadows of this already established artist. How was that journey like?
The truth is, it wasn't easy. I received a lot of backlash from social media, from the Malembe team itself.
And when did you decide to leave to just now full-time go solo?
I had already decided. I just featured in that album. Then because of events and I started mingling, but I was also doing my own stuff. Yes. Remember, there was a band I was leading. Yeah. So from the onset, I knew I was still going to do my own things. Yes. So now it was very hard because Kings was really going.
And then us from the outside, we know you guys to be
brother and sister.
Yeah.
So they were expecting me to be at every event. And I think that also didn't sit well. I don't know. He never said it, but I feel it never sat well. I think that's the reason why he brought in other people to do my part. Yeah. Because I wasn't always there. So when I decided to do my project, even up to now, he says, the reason I'm upset with you is because you have never featured me in your projects.
Why haven't you done that?
I was trying to find myself.
But look, how many years later now? Like,
I didn't want to create another Malembe kind of project.
Nah,
you know, like Mr. Kings is a very strong character.
Brand, yeah.
Yeah. So in your song, he will overpower it and make it his. So I was scared of that. I really wanted people to see me, not just as a young sister or a shadow or something. No, that's the wrong term, but something like that. Yeah, but you know what I mean. So because of that, I went through a lot.
So how many years has it been now from the time you?
How many years? Let's say 10.
Yes, so 10 years later, Christine is a household name. Christine is able to stand. So the feature should be done.
I think he'll be the happiest person in the world.
Because I do understand that through the whole journey, you still feature on his songs.
But apparently this one, he hasn't called me. I think he still has. I don't know, maybe he will.
Look, truth be told, like from, I'm now speaking as a fan. I think like the whole arrangement, like the Malembe arrangement was one which was, on another level.
Yes.
Because look, if you guys are going out to do live performances, you're just like, I'm supposed to be here for.
Yes.
And when you did the Niwelesa remix,
Mhm.
I still love the original version of Niwelesa, the one which is on the PPP album. That's still my favorite. But when you now did the remix, I think, when was it, like 4 years ago?
Yes. 5 years ago.
Yeah, 5 years ago. That one was like, ish. That's still my song. Like,
Yes.
Yeah.
But I like that version too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it too because I sang in the first one I didn't sing, but because I sang in that one,
okay,
it's one of my faves.
Awesome. I know we are up and about, but we go back. So you do the Tanshaneka album. That is done, and then next up we have Aleisa. How was that transition? I think that was the solid base to say now Christine is here to stay.
That was 2014 when we did the Aleisa one. I think so. About that time, I need to follow my diary really
And
well.
you were small and with a short.
So now I'm big.
Sorry. Sorry.
But actually, I'm enjoying this.
No,
I'm enjoying this.
It's growing and glowing. Yeah.
So, I'm in a conference, and the theme of that conference is unstoppable acceleration. Then in my spirit, I'm like, hey, I need to take this word personally, but how do I do it? In a song, it's gonna be good. I'll never forget it. So I said, so the concept I had was Lobito first before I had the lyrics. Because I was like, there has to be some sort of speed.
Yeah.
And I need to be declaring it over my life, over and over. Some speed. That's how Aleisa was born. I looked at, there are areas in my life that are not moving. I want God to visit those areas. Yeah. And I want him to add speed to those areas. So I think that's the reason why that song still makes sense to me every time I sing it. Because every time I'm singing, I'm like, God, move me to the next level. Yeah. So that's Aleisa. Then coming with Vasuma. I have seen the goodness of the Lord. That song is personal. It's a love song from me to God. Yeah.
And then was that a Zimbabwean lady who featured in it?
I think she has some Zimbabwean
she's
roots.
Zambian, but
she's Zambian. Her name is Tendai.
Oh, well, Tendai is still Shona.
Yeah, so she has got some Zimbabwe blood in her. Okay. Yeah, she's the one that did the Shona. And where is Tendai?
But you should know better.
I should know better. So she was in our church and she got married to a pastor and went. When you marry a pastor and you're a singer, you automatically become my boss and the song leader. So that's another church. It was so hard for us to let go of her. So that woman is gifted.
Okay. Anyway, coming back, at what point did you form Team Reason, your band?
Team Lights. We are going to welcome Team Lights.
Team Listen.
Team Reason. Hey, yeah. So I have always wanted a big team because of what God showed me. So Team Reason is still going to grow bigger than it is. Okay. Yeah, because I want when we begin to sing. Yes. Yeah. I want to see that. So Team Reason is still growing, and the reason for its formation is so that when we begin to do what God has shown me we need to do, we'll be ready. So, what was the question again?
At what point did you form Team Reason?
At what point? So formation began in the spirit. Okay. Yeah. As soon as I said, I'm going to be Christine, I said, okay, let's have Team Reason.
So who was your first member? Because I see you're super close with your brother. And so when did you got married in 2012? 12. So the time you were even forming Team Reason, you were already married? Okay.
Was already married. No, after I got married.
Okay.
Yeah, now we've got the dates. Because then it was me in Dad's band.
Mhm.
So there was another breakaway from the Revival Gospel Band to making Christina Timlesen.
So
Dad didn't like it.
did you get some of the members from his band?
It began like that. You steal some members because the people that would play in the band are the people that started playing for me.
Mhm.
So, because those are the guys I know, come on. Then now the transitioning started, looked for other people because some people's loyalty was still with Dad. And, but because God knew what he was doing. So
Yeah.
I had to follow that path. So I get married and the government has changed. I'm no longer under Dad's covering.
Yes.
Now I'm under my husband's covering.
Mhm.
So now I have to listen to what my husband is saying. We are beginning a whole new journey.
Yeah.
So now beginning the whole new journey meant removing certain people that were Revival Gospel Band and bringing in the team that we want to see.
And I do understand that your husband as well is a musician as well.
We fired him. So he used to play he used to play drums for me.
Mhm.
He used to play drums. Then at some point the guys were like, you know what, sir? You are not a very good drummer. Sorry. You can stick
Who said
to
those words?
You want to know?
Uh-huh.
It was Remy. Mdara
Mhm.
iyeve yafunga disi muchokepo pabwere pabwere kwa muntu wenango.
Yeah.
Because of the person that it was a very tough decision. It was even tough for the guys to tell him off to say nah. So he said, okay, I'll just be doing sound and stuff. So he's our sound engineer, personal sound engineer. So he goes, he can't touch the drum anymore.
Yeah.
So he was fired.
Look, with your band, there's like a certain the preparation on. I don't know how many dances you guys do. Like each and every song has its own specific dance, and then you're just there like, so how did they master that? Like, how many times do you guys rehearse?
Once a week.
Once a week.
So event or no event, we still need to meet and rehearse. Then the other thing that made us grow is that we would do kitchen parties.
Mhm.
So because you have to sing for a very long time,
Yes.
Creativity comes in, you come up with this thing, you keep it. So next time we'll build up on this. So that's the way it has been. And now maybe as you are dancing, you just feel like a certain dance is going this way. Kasongena, then you keep it, and yeah. So it's been a lot of preparation. It has been a lot of preparation. So
because is there somebody who like just comes up with the dances in the group?
all of us, but we have got a specific choreographer. I think Apanam Firing Akaripo. Yeah, he's one of the oldest serving. Yeah, from that question, oldest serving members. His name is Charles. I think he's got beards like that. He dances very well. One of the oldest serving. Then we have Sarah. Sarah, she came when she was in grade 8 or something. Now she graduated as a radiographer. Dakota Maranto. Yo, my sister as well and my brother. Yeah, they've been there. Those because they are family, you can't count us.
Yeah.
But they are the oldest 7 people in Temreason.
Okay. So fast forward now, you look, any person who knows to say Christine will be on the lineup as you want to say since I miss in the station, no matter what.
Yeah.
Your journey. Now we're going into your 4th album. In that whole process, from when you started, what are some of the things now which have changed or you have transitioned? What are some of the key things you now look at? Because now you're a music minister, you're a role model. You know to say, "Apa nikachoka panja ulion sasa niona." Like, what's Christine doing? What is happening in her life? And what has changed? What are some of the transitions which you've gone through?
Vampiri. One, I told myself I can't I can't be a minister who hasn't been taught, who hasn't gone through training. So I decided to go to Bible school. Not that I should become a pastor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know God is going to call me at some point.
Reason Ministries.
Yeah. But for the sake of the people that you're handling, I think training is very important. So I went to Rema Bible School, and that really transformed me. Yeah, really changed a lot about me and how I look at ministry.
Yeah.
If you ask anyone from Rema is more of transformation. And I think I'm one of those people that were transformed. So the way I look at ministry is different after that training. The other thing is I have learned that no one should put you in a box. Okay, and say you are only gifted in this area and maybe just stay there. Yeah. I think it's very much important to hear from God who you truly are. Just because you are Joseph in the Bible and you can interpret dreams does not necessarily mean you need to have a church and be a prophet or a man of God. Sometimes that can just be a gift to usher you through a certain phase and a certain season. Then you are being prepared for the throne. So a lot of us, we mistake our giftings to be a destination. No. Maybe that's not where God wants you to be. Yeah. So I have learned to embrace every curve that God takes me through, to embrace every little gifting. I'm still embracing though. Every little gifting. God cannot put a lot of gifts in you and you just lean on one. Yeah. There's a reason why he added those. So I have learned, to, especially now that I've grown a bit, that I am beginning to embrace Christine as a worshiper.
Because back then it was just Vika dance. Like
I have always known I'm a deep worshiper. Me being proud, but it's fine.
There's a thin line between confidence and pride. So in confidence.
Thank you. In confidence, confident me. It's something I was scared to do because I didn't know how people were going to react. I didn't know how people were going to receive it because they are used to this Christine. So maturity and growth requires that, Christine, there is more to you. Despite what the people are seeing or how they perceive you, try this route. And so it was really nerve-wracking. So that's how we went into this project.
Yeah, I remember, I think the first Kinos I attended was Bafindeko House.
You were there?
Yes.
Oh, yes, I remember.
We were cooked in the heat because the venue was small.
Pastor Lee was like, no, we are not going to come. We need a bigger venue.
And I remember I got there. I'm like, so I just took out my phone and I just took pictures.
Thank you.
So Thank you. So that was the first Kinos I attended. And so what was the idea?
So Kinos is the heart of Christine and Team Reason Ministry. Where God is taking us, we'll be doing more of that. My burden has been, there are people out there that want to be ministered to, but because there is maybe this charge, they cannot come. And that is just reality. Yeah. Oh, no, but the truth is there are people that just
can't afford or can't pay for that.
Yeah, sometimes they can't afford, but it's more of a barrier for them to worship. So Kinos worship breaks that barrier and allows people to come from all walks of life and experience God. Yeah. And the truth is God has somewhat financed these events. The one we had in Government Complex March last year.
Which was... We were cooked again.
We were cooked in Government Complex. We went Kinos.
It was small. I don't know if you guys were banned as well from using it. So
yes,
because it was full to capacity. So
So That is the heart. I want to see people worship. I want us to bring international ministers. God is going to provide, I know. But let people come.
Mhm.
Let people come as they are and just worship and not worry about how they're going to enter that place.
Yes. So are we having another Kinos soon?
Definitely.
When?
We need to do Copper Belt first because Copper
When
Belt has
Copper
been
Belt?
crying. So Copper Belt probably May.
Okay.
Mhm.
Ooh.
But I'm thinking during my birthday, July.
We'll wait. You have songs like Alisa, Vena Vasuma, Ichikari Pachumfu.
Yes.
Actually, before we go to your song, what's one of your favorite features? Like a song you featured in, and then you're just like, okay, Nyimbo.
For some reason, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe kapena ndija tufuna kumulunga kushiteko the right ka story kind of that.
Pevione kamunga sivi panga sense.
Kafidia Abraham. Okay, jaive nemba na mtima onse.
Yeah. Okay. Before we go to your songs again, what's your favorite song currently?
That's a good way to put it. Currently, because I don't really have favorite like.
Because you can't have Nyoko say.
Okay, at least 2.
Okay.
3. Okay.
You're pushing it now.
I'm pushing it. Okay, 2. I was listening to Shinganga by Rachel.
The Rachel version.
For some reason, I sang that song for a week and I'm still singing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know. And you know, these are songs you just listen and okay. Then now you're going through a season. Yes, it's a hymn. Yeah. Then it starts playing in your spirit and like, okay, time has come.
Mm-hmm.
Begin to soak in the song.
Yeah.
Like pamipan pangamaning iti pajati. Ula ulwimbo lusoma lueshina liakoa. Like Jesus is just a beautiful song.
Yeah.
What can I sing other than Jesus? Yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So pamene pajaje kunipangiratu no nipwanyiratu no nisiriziratu.
Yeah.
So it would be that one.
Mm-hmm.
Then it would be Yet by Ashley Hess.
Okay.
Yeah. You've heard it?
No. I'll go check it out.
Don't give up on me yet.
Okay.
When I traveled out, you know, you're in a space where you're not with your team. You're not with your husband.
Actually, I was going to ask. Because look, I watched the live performance.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, something is missing here. Because the choreography on the dance, as well as there's something about listening to an African or a Zambian play their music.
Mm-hmm.
You hear it in the guitar, you
Mm-hmm.
hear it in the drum.
Mm-hmm.
It's like,
something
Yeah.
is missing. I'm in that space where everything that I think makes Christian is very far away.
Mm-hmm.
And I am vulnerable. I'm lonely. I only have God.
Yeah.
And that just takes me on a whole new journey. And I'm thinking, who am I without this whole Christine fame,
Mm-hmm.
Tim Reason, and everybody? You know? And this song is what just kept me through that season.
Yeah.
I'm like, God, don't give up on me.
Mm-hmm.
I know there is me, but in
Yeah.
I'm need vulnerable, I'm need be very vulnerable. I'm need to place, I'm far away from home, and it is me. So
Yeah.
that's that song. I've come so far. You need to listen to it.
Yeah, I will do so.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you go to the US.
Mhm.
I believe this was the first overseas ministration. Kari kuma abroad. Kari ngatuli mu Africa ni abroad. Leave the continent and overseas. Yeah. How was that experience going into a space? Number one, 90% of your songs are not understood. Kufuta translation.
But then naimba pa. So. But one thing I would say is the grace of God was sufficient. And you have a team that you don't know.
Yes.
And you have to build chemistry and connection. But how God did it, I still don't understand. That is one of the most powerful ministries I've had. Yeah. We did Maryland, then went to Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh was something else.
Mm-hmm.
The presence of the Lord was just too much. It's that realization to say, God has called me.
Yep.
And wherever I go, because he has called me, he will provide.
Mm-hmm.
He will be there. His presence will be there.
Tanzania was...
When you're with your team, there is that... You know you are comfortable.
Yeah,
you know when
safe,
you do this.
You're safe, yeah. Like
they will interpret it.
Yes.
But now where you truly need to depend on God, and depending on the Holy Spirit to cook charo. And God showed himself. His grace was sufficient.
So did it in any way prompt you to say, maybe nchako na toa mchizungu?
Toa mchizungu? Oh. Neza sinacho cook charo. Let's sticker. Yeah. There's some English songs I have, like it's the blood of Christ that has made me confident. There is also what would have become of me if I never believed I would see the goodness of God in the land of the living.
So
you've heard this one?
No. Is it in the new album? In which album?
Inachokaze single.
No, I'll check my Apple Music. Is it on Apple Music? Okay, I'll check.
Find it.
I'll check.
Very nice.
I am one person who makes sure that any release which
it's
comes
an extension of Vasoma.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
very
awesome.
nice.
What's so pam pararara
vanaimba vazungu kuvina
mavalizisa matrumpet kukama.
Yeah.
Look, Mfumu Yanga. Take us through the writing of Mfumu Yanga and the idea process with it.
Yeah. So Mfumu Yanga is the baby for So as we transition with the song, it goes to Yesu wakumtima yo niwewe kamutu ashi, like that. So that is where Mfumu Yanga got
birth from.
Yeah, it got some to my genes from there. So we are in Zambezi, kilometers away from Lusaka.
So you've pretty much toured all the provinces.
But Zambia, I think so.
Okay.
Kosarakut. Mongu tinaenda,
Wapula, you've been.
Wapula, yes.
Yeah, it's pretty much everywhere.
So Timba, Tilipa Stage Crusade, then Vavilimba, they begin to play nice, Kambakache heavenly. Guys, I forgot my words. We shouldn't lose this one. So then the evangelist, the Mzungu evangelist, was like, keep singing it. They got a microphone. 20 peso. That's how that song was born.
Okay.
Tibura kuimba Kinos worship, yeah, not the one you came to.
Yes.
Yeah.
The first one, I think you had it ku Kafua Road.
Yes, yo, Pastor Gift of Akamo Chani yao. Mfumu Yanga, when did we sing it? Oh, I'm mixing with Fisa. Mfumu Yanga, we sang it first. Government complex.
Kukainos.
So Tayama, Mfumu Yanga, Yesu. As we were inviting the ministers to come on, then they sang it. And everybody was singing. Like, okay. Okay. I didn't know it was going to be this big.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Look, now the buzzing song, which is already out, is Visa.
It's coming out.
Yeah. It's touching lives. The first time you ministered it, how was the response when you ministered it?
Yo!
Actually, just during the launch, when you were doing the live recording.
Hey, Nimboija. So, first time we ministered it, Kinos worship kafiwe. The ministers are on stage, tamba kuimba. Pastor Gift aimba movake. Temwani avisokonesa. Trina nae avirubanisa. Everybody was singing the song as though they know the song. The presence of the Lord was just too strong.
Yeah.
So now, when we were doing it during the recording, so Wilanji says, my friend stroke management.
Yes.
Yeah. So he was like, the person who should feature in this one, guys, she's very bossy, is Pastor Gift. I'm like, a lot of people sang this song, Trina. No, there's a way he sang it. Anakopa mwinet. Afin ko imba so. Ukwabula magayo wetu ala sevana. That's what I want in the song. So, during the recording, everything changed. Nezovera chempepo ne Kaya vya nachita mulongo ejade. People were praying. People. I can't wait for it to be out. Okay.
Look, all these songs seeing the impact. How does it make you feel? Because
small.
Okay.
Small in the sense that I wasn't expecting for these songs to have such an impact.
Yeah.
The way, because we are coming from Christine, the Breza, the now you introduce this. I was expecting a lot of backlash. I'm like, but the way, the reception and the way Mfumu Yanga has blessed, I think it has been sung in a lot of denominations. I was like, now go to church. Oh, ine.
Yeah.
You definitely know it is not your doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. If I dance, I know, like it's a part of. Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So, but this route, wazungu. Yeah, it's a route, che. No, it's a route.
It's a route.
This route is different. It's different. Yeah, I feel small, and I feel God very big on this one. Like it's his project.
So what's the rollout plan for the album? So are we going to be receiving releases every month, or we'll have like a full release of the whole album?
I'm still praying, but we'll give you Mfisa. Then March we'll give you another one. Then from there we shall decide whether we give the whole project or we'll bring them just bit by bit.
Okay. So which songs like from the previous albums were brought back?
We didn't bring back. It's on you.
It's on you. Okay. Looking forward. Are we learning any new dances?
We'll give you the dancing. It's coming. It's coming.
Kali hapa mwanpasa ko madosi ya
Hapa mwapempera.
Ya worship manja pani.
Kusara kuvina manje.
Kali victory.
By March you'll be dancing.
Victory dance.
Oh. March you'll be dancing. I promise you.
So any events coming up this year? What should we look forward to?
So, we might have a launch, but I'm still praying.
Okay.
Though God says, at my promises are yes
and amen.
Yes and amen. Go and do it. Step out. Also, because that now I've already said it's done.
Yeah.
So we might just launch the Mfumu Yanga project. But I'm looking in those directions. Also, Kinos worship. We want to do Ndola and also do Lusaka as well, but it has to be big, bigger than government complex. So I'm believing God for big things this year.
Whoa, stadium.
Yeah.
I think showgrounds might be too small. Anyways, let's think big.
We have to think big.
Yeah. So, okay. Look, for a young minister out there who closely follows you, it can be male or female. What are the words of encouragement you'd give to them? Because look, they're pursuing this. Maybe they're part of a band and they are trying to find themselves. And growing up in church, ukafuna choka like, you be guest like you get it. So so what's your word, looking at the fact that you had a similar challenge, you faced backlash, you were fought left, right, and center, but you still stood your ground, and here you are now. As the songwriter in one of your songs says, Naba tusulilwe baisalia kono kunwa. So what are your words to them?
For you to make a difference, you need to be different. You can't make a difference when you are like everybody else. So make sure you find your uniqueness. Even when you are singing, maybe even when you are doing whatever you are doing, maybe be it a podcast, be it a camera, photos, you need to discover that point that makes you different from everybody. I think that's what the world is looking for.
Yeah.
So find that uniqueness in you and embrace it. With new trends coming up every time, there's just that temptation to gravitate towards what is trending. I know what it means to want to, but at the end of the day, they're already originals out there. They're not looking for photocopies. They're looking for the original, and we want to see that in you. So embrace that uniqueness in you. Don't be anybody else. There's a reason why God created you the way you are, the color that you have, the imperfections that you have, your fears and everything. It's part of the whole package. Your background, where you're coming from, it's part of it. It's part of a testimony. So you need to embrace who you are, your color, your hair. Yeah, I know we were wearing. But we want to see that. We want to see people embracing who they are. And that is what we are looking for. You dress unique. But just embrace it. Yeah, don't be. There will come a time when God will just make everything work together.
Awesome.
For the good, to them that love him, those that are caught according to his purpose. There will come a time when everything will just add up.
Awesome. This has been a great conversation. I've greatly enjoyed it. Speaking as a fan.
You are a fan, for real. You even know my first album. Yeah, you're a fan.
yeah. So happy to have had you on the podcast. Looking forward to many more conversations.
Please.
And many more releases.
Yes, when you have serious topics to discuss, especially about ministry, talk about that. Real life issues, I'm here.
Yeah, awesome.
You need to hear my mind on certain things.
Yeah.
Though I'm biased, but
we'll definitely call on you. And,
yes.
Yeah. So any last words you'd want to share?
There are so many stars in the sky, my spiritual father says. But each of them knows where to shine from. Like, as you at ine hapa nipanga space Yanga ndipo nifuko na, you never see a star going in front of another star saying, hey, this is my They know their space. So my last words would be, know your space.
Okay.
There is a space created just for you to shine. Don't try and be on another space. God has just created that path for you. You are a star. And you are created to shine. And there's a space for you. Christine Van Dan, but now be it in business, be it in there's your space.
Yeah.
And embrace that space. Those will be my last words.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm enjoying this too, man.
Solo. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll send you a video on how to play it. So there's a tutorial.
Yeah. I used to when I was young. Manja, yeah. Please send.
Do not change. Also, thank you.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have been talking to the amazing Christine. Make sure you check out her music. It's available on all digital platforms. Follow her on Facebook,
She has
Christine
gone.
and Team Reason.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Christine and Tim Reason, and
Yes.
on TikTok,
it's Christine.
Christine Nkole, Chanija, Instagram, Twitter, Shan, the Shan, they are going by Christine Nkole, YouTube,
Yeah.
Christine Nkole. So the only one that is different is Christine and Tim Reason,
Okay.
the page.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember you have your space to shine. Take your space, flourish, push. Don't give up. Push. Your star will shine.
Amen.
Awesome. From me, Dennis Movanga Kabwe, and Christine, we say bye-bye. Awesome. Okay.